Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and here I am with some update to the game that I was working on, and I hope everything is good with you guys. Also, on a side note, although I've just started the video, I'm going to name the game as Salvation Hours. If you guys have seen the website, you may know that the title of this game is going to be Salvation Hours. It is an adaptation on the events of 13 hours. Yeah, that's all. So, from the last devlog, if you guys remember, I was talking to you about the consulate here, right? As you can see, this is the consulate, if you guys remember from the last video that I showed to you guys. But now I have some updates. So, first of all, I've added this concrete slab that you cannot see right now because of the sunlight. I hope you can see it right now. So I've added a concrete slab. I've added this boundary of tiles for my swimming pool, for the consulate swimming pool. Also, guys, I have reduced the overall size of these buildings. I mean, I was playing through and I realized that the character is way too big for these doors. Okay. I mean, they do look good, like from a distance, but when you get close to them, like too close to them, they look big. Like they look really huge and they should not look that huge. So I decided to shrink them like a tiny bit, and that's all. Other than that, here we go. I have two more buildings now in front of you, as you can see. One is Cantina, the one where food was created, apparently, as the name says, Cantina, or the canteen, as you can see. I tried to replicate as much as I could. If you guys want the real reference, I can show it to you guys here. Here is one of the reference that was available for the Cantina. As you can see, it has this, raised floor. I mean, the floor was really high up. Not that high up, as you can see, it's almost the length of one barrel. So I decided, just to keep it at a medium height, and it has stairs. So I exactly was not able to copy the whole scenario. Okay, I mean, there is a roof and everything you can see. I wanted to give it a different, take on this thing. So I created this, as you can see, in Unreal Engine. It's a bit different, yes, I agree. It's not exactly the duplicate of the cantina seen in the pictures. I know. But yeah, it's very close. I mean, I've given this tiled texture, the tiles, marble tiles to this area, to this platform, and they are old tiles, as you can see. Like they have that small wear and tear with them, the white one. And as you can see, the since this is the cantina, there is a lot of dust around here because you cook and oil and grease will always sustain wherever they are. And as you can see, the reflection here, oil and grease is very shiny, so it stays. It's very greasy. I know the textures do not look muddy. I have been facing this problem for quite a while now. Many people suggested me I should use UV tiling or maybe trim textures. I don't know. Uh, I was at this point that I have created this whole consulate area. I was almost about to finish this cantina, the texturing of this, and then I was suggested by my, like internet friends and everyone, like use UV textures or use trim textures or multiple UVs and such. I know I could have done the modular approach. I could have gone, like severely modular, that everything is a separate object, but then it would have a separate material and texturing would have been a nightmare. I was trying to avoid that, and I did. So here it is. It may not look the perfect, like the most realistic asset, but again, I need to save performance. Optimization is key. And after that, there will be a lot of other stuff on this, like maybe props, like as you can see here, air vents, pipes, and like what's or not, wires and everything, drums and baskets and such. They will actually clutter the whole scene. So I'm pretty sure you guys won't notice, the lack of texture resolution in just these buildings. Otherwise, I'll try to make everything, super high texture size and super high resolution as much as I can. And as you can see, this is the interior. Okay, very less lighting here. I know. I mean, Lumen isn't working properly. It should work actually. It used to work. Somehow Lumen is not working. Maybe it is some sort of a glitch because it used to work in other buildings. And this is the TOC, Tactical Operations Center, as you can see here. Big buildings, sorry, like the big windows here of glass. Yeah, but they are transparent, don't worry. As you can see, they are transparent. And a big metal door. The reason I gave this building a metal door, well, because it is a very sensitive facility. It has all of the information It has everything, all of the computers and such that were needed for surveillance and everything. And I guess it also stocked an armory, if I'm not wrong, a small armory for the DS agents. So this building was like, it had to have a metal gate, like, this rusted metal with that white shiny thing, and, like those ruined rust bits. Yeah, that's just a simple texture you can give in Substance Painter. Anyways, these are the windows, as you can see, the wooden frames with the iron, the metal frames to protect them. This is the back gate. And that's all, guys. That's pretty much it. Other than that, following this map that I had in Google, or this one in the same search results from Google, and this the satellite image, I was actually trying to draw this boundary, this periphery here, as you can see. This is like for my own internal references. As you can see, this periphery here and here, right? This is for my own internal reference. You may ask why, because a lot of it is like vine shrubs and, like basically grass, foliage. And I need to know, where I should start it and where I should end it, and where I need some, margin textures where, you can mix sand and soil and such, because this landscape will be very vast. Okay. It will have tarmac, it will have simple soil, arid sand, and everything. So I just really want to make one landscape and have, multiple materials on it layered on top of each other, like, a big master material that can have multiple segments onto it, and I can just paint or, erase or do whatever I want with it. Yes, I know I still haven't created the 17 Feb barrack here. That is the thing I was going to create next, but I realized I should release a devlog, because I promised you guys once a week something will be there. So here it is. And, YouTube algorithm really helps if you are posting, something like maybe in a span of a week, or maybe in the span of a few days. Anyways, also this thing lying here is just for reference, so that I know, okay, this, like, okay, this part needs to be like this. So yeah, that's all, guys. That's pretty much it in this devlog. All I can do right now is just hit play and show you guys how it looks in the game. So as you can see, this is the brick thing, whatever you can call it. I'll call it the small brick internal name. And this probably will be there in this game, okay? Like, this really will be here. Maybe in a different form, or maybe in a way that you may not notice it, but it will be here. So don't worry about it. So yeah, as you can see, here I walk, here I jump, here I switch my optics and then shoot. Here I reload. Yeah. So this is the consulate. You guys remember it? But it's a bit smaller now in size so that it looks believable and it looks real. As you can see, the doors are big. They are still very big, but the consulate was really built by Benghazi, the Libyan family that lived here. It was like their home palace sort of a thing, and then they abandoned it, and the US embassy was then created at this very place. So I decided, the doors are huge in this architecture, but these buildings were later then manipulated. So I would say these doors are not as big as they should be. As you can see, I'm actually touching, almost touching the, sorry, open the gate, please. Thank you. I'm almost touching the door frame. So, I've reduced the size. This is the swimming pool. I still cannot go inside it. And other than that, as you can see, again, the boundary wall here we have. And now let's just have a look at the cantina and the TOC. Let's just first look at the TOC. This is the back gate. And here we go. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4 windows. You may ask, like, there are not much windows here because, well, there was no need for it. I'm thinking of adding like a blind in some form, maybe like, like a curtain or something using cloth physics. So if I do, I guess these two will be covered, or maybe these can be blocked off completely by using some sort of, I don't know, like a sheet or something, a fiber sheet that I can make. So, that's it. And let's just quickly check up Cantina here, open the gate. Here we are. Lights coming in perfectly. This reflection really looks good. Okay. I'll try my best to make this, look as beautiful as I can. If I don't have good textures, guys, I'll compensate with lighting. Don't worry. This will make a nice screenshot. This is going on thumbnail. Don't worry. And let's open the back door. Yeah. So as you can see, Cantina has enough windows for ventilation, because why not? Like, this is a cantina. Okay. This needs some ventilation. You're making the food here, for God's sake. Yeah, that's it, guys. That's pretty much it. Yes, I'll be changing the walls. Don't worry. These are the annex walls. I should not be using them here, but again, they are placeholders. So again, just to give you a quick roundup, I've created the TOC, Tactical Operations Center. I've created the cantina. I've scaled down the consulate itself, and that's all. I've placed these bricks to give me an idea of the foliage that I need to put. And guys, this area is really big. Okay, I mean, as you can see on the map, it may not look that big. Okay, I mean, it really looks small. Like, look at this thing, it is really huge. It has a lot of running space here, like a lot of running space. But trust me, this big of a space, it's not gonna help in gameplay in any way. Okay, I mean, game designers and like programmers, everyone have their own liberty to convert whatever they want. So I took the liberty and I've converted this, scaling ratio. I don't want the shrubs or the foliage to be that long as they are in real life, because what I am trying to achieve from this, I can do it in this much space as well. Okay. Basically, the whole concept is that the mob will come from the front gate, and then some of the mob, the attackers, basically the terrorists, will be here in the back gate too, and some will be, coming from here or maybe coming from that place, this place. So the whole concept is that you are in the rush of the battle, and you'll just need foliage so that you can check up or maybe hide in them, and some things like that. So it's really going to be a heated battle scene whenever GRS will arrive here in that sequence in the narrative. So yeah, that's all, guys. Now next up, I need to create the wall for this compound. That will be the final one that I'll be using with enough textures. I need to create the barrack, and that's all. I need to create those curved walls, the curved brick walls that you can see here. I'm thinking of creating them. And that's it, guys. I know it isn't much. Yet again, I hope I don't disappoint you guys, but this is what I have currently. And I'll work on it even more. And hopefully by the next devlog, maybe in this week or so, you guys will be able to see the barrack of Feb 17, the barrack that should be there highlighted, this one. And you guys will see the new walls, and hopefully you guys will see the proper layout of this brick pavement here. And that is all. Other than that, I'm going to create the landscape properly and fill in everything. And fill in everything, I actually mean filling, these buildings using Houdini or something, because I need to do that as well. So I need to create some buildings that I can use as a input data and as an input data, and I can use them and create multiple iterations of the same. So yeah, that's it, guys. If you guys want a last look at Annex, not exactly last, I mean, just last look before this video ends. So yeah, that's it, guys. I hope this won't affect the gameplay in any matter, in any sort. It shouldn't, because I need to lay things down accordingly. And yeah, that's all. Okay, guys. That's it. See you in the next one. Cheers.